Listen up, please!
I'm glad you're here.
Mind orgasms and fantasies.
By the way, I want to say something that I absolutely love.
The back of my head may or may not look like a pug.
Somebody's misguided. The younger generation.
If you can wipe your own ass, then the other guy gets shot.
And I don't know that you notice it, but I do.
We found out who we truly are, which is a bunch of assholes.
Most of the time, it's because I'm turned away from you.
Why did you buy the vibrating strap-on pillow?
But there's something that I absolutely love.
Oh, I couldn't be happier.
Now, there was a time when we had to hide and we had to be quiet.
Right now, he's wearing a tinfoil hat.
Have you ever heard the term misguided? I've been misguided.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Sarge started recording.
Ooh, I'm not going to do it. Welcome to the show. Welcome to episode... Welcome to episode 50-something.
The virus
Jordan.
we're all thankful for.
Yeah. Jordan could not be here tonight.
So it's
because
substitute teacher day.
He is vigorously masturbating to pictures of Big Macs because he can no longer eat them. I'm Sarge. I'm taking over hosting duties. You can find me at Bastard Prophet on Twitter. You can find Maynard at Maynard on Twitter. There's an H in there.
Jordan was just like, hey, you want to see how weird things can get? Louis C.K., I'll just one-up you.
You know what? He chose a picture of a Big Mac.
Mickey D's playpen.
He chose a picture of a Big Mac because it couldn't say no.
Jordan's like, I was in character. I was playing Grimace.
Jesse is at the Jesse Miles. Not to be confused with ye old Jesse Miles.
Oh, please tell me there's a ye old Jesse Miles.
There might be. And Matt is at an eclectic taste. You can find the show at something musings podcast or whatever. I don't know.
Jesse
Nobody
Miles
follows it anyway.
Ye old Jesse Miles says, I did a show in New York recently. Don't go there. It took me 3 months. Not worth it.
I had to shoot my horse on the way over. Find a new one.
Oh.
My opening act
Jesse
died
Miles.
before we even got there.
Ye old Jesse Miles only does shows at the Fort Point Channel in New Amsterdam.
What's the deal with all these slaves? I gave them a shack, and they're like, I'm people. When will they realize they're not? The old Jesse Miles, not my current Jesse Miles.
Yeesh. Oh, man. So, normally...
My second wife is lovely. She only has a Fu Manchu.
What the fuck?
Take
This
my
isn't
wife,
the
please.
Opium Wars.
She's 13 because the colonists were horrible.
Oh, Roy Moore. You think you're bad.
What is the deal with horse and carriage meals? Am I right? Oh. It was a slow burn. That was a slow burner.
What do you
All
call
right,
these biracial kids? Usually an abomination and you throw it in the trash.
Child's a product of witchcraft. Devilry.
Oh, we should never invent time machines so you can just go back and be like, oh, we were terrible always.
Oh, man. All right. So,
The more you know.
let's start the show off right. We're going to do some more What the Hell America. As we are one guy down, it'll just be the three of you competing for a race to the bottom to find out the worst things about America.
Is
We'll
that
start off
American
with this
white
one.
males?
Oh,
So
you guys.
we're going-
God damn it.
Sorry.
So a man led police on a nearly 20-mile chase through blank, was taken into custody only after dancing for a time before he stepped out of his car. The unidentified suspect came to a stop early Thursday before striking spike strips police had laid down across the interstate.
That has to be Arkansas because they just got disco music.
See, this is a toss-up. It could be Florida, but it could also be Providence, Rhode Island. I'm gonna take the less traveled route and go with Rhode Island.
I'm gonna go with Columbus, Ohio.
All right.
That just what?
Go ahead.
College is in season. There's a lot of weird college kids there. I could see something like that happen.
Weird college kids from Arkansas.
So I'm sorry, you're all wrong. It was Texas, Houston, Texas.
Oh God.
Ah.
Police say whatever. They cornered the man trying to flee into traffic, so they unleashed a dog. Investigators will determine whether the man was under the influence. Well, I think we can all agree he was intoxicated by the beat.
You know, that actually makes sense. They were like, yeah, he was dancing. We weren't shooting at his feet and laughing. What's up? It's Texas.
All right, here's another one. So at the moment, you're all tied for 0. So a young camel
As we are in life.
A young camel named Scooby is back at home after going on a 90-minute jaunt that blocked traffic and provided an uncommon photo opportunity for motorists in this state.
Maine.
Arizona.
New Mexico.
All good choices, but unfortunately none of you are correct. It's actually the serial killer capital of America, Ohio.
Wrong. Right state, wrong. What the hell, America?
Oh, man. Ohio, you zany state. So the Blade reports a 1-year-old Scooby escaped from his fenced-in home in Springfield Township on Friday afternoon and began walking along the streets, prompting wide-eyed reaction. Neighbor of the owner, who was on her way home from work, alerted the Lucas County Sheriff's Office. Owner Nabil Shaheen was then contacted and led Scooby home safely.
Hey, look at that horse. It looks like it's got a cock of balls for a face.
Hi, I think your horse has cancer.
I think those tumors are benign, so it may be good to take it to New Amsterdam.
Hey, Mom, check it out. That horse is upside down pregnant.
Oh, cultured Ohioans. Is that how you pronounce them, Ohioans?
I don't know, but there's probably one kid in that town who thinks that that's what horses from Australia look like when they get pregnant.
They're goddamn marsupials.
Their toilets spin the other way, and when their horses get knocked up, the baby's on top. All right.
They're like, where are your cigarettes at? And your own glasses. Did you lose your glasses, Joe?
Oh, man. Well, this one's weird. Okay.
Just this one?
One man in this state started a petition Friday to change the mascot of a new high school, knowing that the name will likely become the butt of a dirty joke. Oh my God.
What is it, the Tampa Bay Tamps?
So this town, named Phoenix, the plural form of their mascot being the Phoenices.
Okay. So, yeah, it's poo.
Phoenices. 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 Penises is what I was guessing, but yeah, poo works too.
Well, you're Sophie's. Well, all right. It actually sounds like a combination, like what your dick would be after anal.
It would be like a gussied up term for shit shank or a poo dick.
Yes.
All right. So where do you think this is? What state?
Well, Arizona.
I'm gonna guess probably one of the Midwest places. I'm gonna go with Nebraska.
Idaho.
Maynard was the closest. One man in Utah started a petition. The Phoenix, pluralized, is Phoenices. Okay. All right. So.
He was a good old Mitch Hedberg of the Midwest.
All right, guys. We only have 4 left, and one of these has been all over the news. So here we go. Somebody's got to get something. Okay, ready?
Of our books.
The Sarge story. Okay, so Jadu, a transgender white person from this state, also claims
I
to
do
be.
not know what I am. Sorry.
Oh no! Also claims to be transracial and identifies as Filipino.
I don't expect that. You're just a race. That's just blackface. Transracial is just blackface, but I put a fun name on it. Like,
Is it still
knock off.
blackface if they want to be Filipino? Could it be like mocha face?
No, we covered this with Rachel Dolezal. You can't
mocha
just
face,
say you're
mocha
another
face.
race.
Oh no!
Oh no.
All right. I'm gonna guess a southern state. I'm gonna go with Alabama.
Alabama. Okay.
Arkansas.
Okay. Jesse.
I'm gonna go New York, center of hipsters, and probably where that would be.
Oh, you guys. Matt and Maynard were so fucking close. Louisiana.
Oh, god damn it! Let me guess, New Orleans, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, god damn it! See, that fucking city should not be where it is located. It makes no sense. It's like Austin. It's just like, why is this cultural like aesthetic here in this hick state?
That flood was basically like when you clean a dirty filter once every 30 years.
Lily's gonna break.
Like America cleaned the hair trap out for once.
Oh god.
All right, guys, I'm sending you a picture of Yadu so you could also enjoy her beautiful Filipino face. Enjoy it.
Ah!
That's a white man.
That is a very white man.
I do not believe you. No.
She's not even trying to look like a Filipino woman. I mean, that's the thing that bothers me the most.
That motherfucker's name is Steve.
She's not smoking. She doesn't have long fingernails. I mean,
That's
come on.
like
Put your
part
shit
hot
together.
topic, part
It's got male
book,
pattern baldness.
comic book guy, right there. It's like a cross between, like, you know, the cashier at Hot Topic and the comic book guy. That is exactly.
That's an H&R Block accountant.
She looks like she's cosplaying as Jesse the Body Ventura fucks Meg Griffin.
let's correct that. Jesse the soft body Ventura.
All right, so
Be clear about that.
we've only got 3 left. Here we go. Man destroys 2 state capital 10 Commandments monuments in 3 years. I'm gonna give you points if you guess either one of these states. Okay.
Mississippi.
South Carolina.
Okay.
And North Carolina.
So that's it? That's the story?
No, I was gonna finish, but you guys jumped in. Was
Sorry.
arrested for
I'm
ramming.
sorry, I heard Bible. I went south.
Me too. Was arrested for ramming his vehicle into a newly erected 10 Commandments monument at this state house, and then was later arrested for a similar act of vandalism at this other state house 2 years later.
Tennessee.
I'll give you guys 2 guesses.
I said
Kansas.
Mississippi and
Stand by my Carolinas.
Missouri.
Mississippi, Missouri,
I said Kansas.
Kansas, and
Tennessee.
Tennessee. Jesse?
In the Carolinas.
Jesus, you guys. Alabama, Arkansas, and Oklahoma.
Oh, we're like right around the area.
You guys
We
keep...
chose everywhere but.
Oh, God.
There's too
What?
many, like, horrible states.
Can't guess them all.
I know.
Right around the area, just an interesting fact, right around the area is also the title of an autobiography for a partially blind gynecologist.
Here's the real question. Which is the next state to get like a god bath? You know, like it was like New Orleans got washed off first. Then they were like, hey, Florida, you're pretty much you're next.
Texas.
It's like spraying off your sandy feet at the beach. It's just like let's get some of these granules off here. Where do you think's the next place to get a good old washing? My guess is Alabama with a tornado. They're gonna vacuum up that state a little bit.
Oh, man.
Maybe it'll be like that Tool song and they'll get the earthquake in LA and it'll just fall into the water.
Okay.
Since Hollywood's not having a good run right now.
Oh my god. I wish we
No,
could
but they've been having great naps for years.
Can we just all agree that groping will never be consensual? So all these guys can stop saying, "Oh, I thought it was consensual." No, she was nervous laughing because she was trying to hold back vomit, you fucking queen.
I think literally the second lesson I was taught in life was keep your hands to yourself.
Yeah.
And it's like, why is that so hard as a goddamn adult?
I don't understand
touch
that.
people that don't want to be touched.
I learned that in elementary school.
And
After
no
a
one wants to
very-
see your dick except your guy friends when you try and rest them on someone's shoulder when they're not paying attention. That's hilarious.
Or in their mouth, you know?
Thank God there's no
shoulder.
like
Just the
men's,
shoulder.
Like, I think growing up as a kid in Massachusetts is like with your guy friends is like 90% sexual harassment. Like,
I agree. I'm going to have to go ahead and agree.
when I was a kid, that was the funniest thing was to get someone to look at your balls or dick when they didn't want to.
That chewed up bubblegum. It was a staple.
Yeah.
It was a staple. Oh, did I get gum on my jeans? Oh, it's my testicles. And you just looked at them. That makes you gay for some reason.
But we didn't go out and then go rub it on other people in a creepy way.
I don't know. You know what, though? When I think back to, like, my childhood and, like, all the shit that I saw in middle school and elementary school, high school wasn't that bad. It really didn't happen much in high school. I mean, I'm sure it did. I just didn't see it.
That's because you're becoming a person. When you're like in middle school, you're like, what are these things and what do they do? Aren't they
I know.
funny? And then you get to be an adult and you're just like, yeah, let me just keep this to myself.
But the thing is, like, any decent person looks back on those experiences and goes, oh, fuck. Like, I was one of those people. I was, like, part of that group where, like, the girl was laughing and we all thought she thought it was funny. And it turns out we were just molesting her. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but really? Yeah.
Like,
no.
I have that reflection where I look back and I'm like, God damn. I want to call every girl and apologize, including Emily from last episode. I'm sorry I said your vagina was a keyhole. But no, seriously, like, I feel like a piece of shit now. Like, I think back to, like, all these times where I saw something like that and I was like, wow, that girl really likes to be touched. Nope, she didn't. She didn't think it was funny at all. She was laughing because she was terrified.
Well, that's the thing. I'm so thankful that I'm a coward because part of my thing has always been like, I need 100% consent.
Exactly.
So I know I can look back on my own past and be like, I haven't done anything.
I haven't done anything because I'm a total pussy.
You know what makes my dick go soft? The word no. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to go home now. I'm sorry. I'm leaving. Like, as soon as someone's like, no, thank you. And I was like, I got it. I'm going to go. I'm going to grab a sandwich at 7-Eleven on the way and just go beat off at my house. I apologize for wasting your time.
That's why I went to prostitutes. Because
like, no is bail. She's like, we can still finish the Netflix movie. Nah, you said the N-word. I got to go.
No, everything's done now. You said the wrong N-word. If you had said the other one, I might have actually gotten a little turned on.
I might have been intrigued. I would have been like, how did you know?
Can you say it during sex? Okay. We have derailed. Let's get back to this this article. This is a good one. Killer clown cold case leads to arrest of woman at center of this state love triangle. I'm gonna read you the first bit because it may help. 27 years after a clown carrying flowers and 2 balloons shot a woman to death at her front door, this state's authorities announced an arrest in one of the more bizarre cold case investigations in a state known for its bizarre crimes.
West Virginia.
Okay.
Florida.
Washington State.
All right. So I'm going to give Jesse and Matt, Jesse gets full credit. Florida, of course. But Matt actually gets partial credit because Sheila Keene Warren, 54, was arrested without incident in Washington County, Virginia, on a charge of first-degree murder for use of a firearm in the killing of Marlene Warren, her current husband's previous wife, in 1990. This occurred in Florida. Yeah, I'm impressed. You didn't even do it on purpose. Good work.
That was one state over.
Oh, just getting shot, but that's like everybody's nightmare. The last thing you see is a clown with a gun.
I know, right? All right, so anybody
It's
who's
worse than it being Jimmy Superfly Snuka.
So we're gonna do a tiebreaker here, and anybody who's heard this story has to recuse himself from it. Unlike Jeff Sessions, are we ready?
Yeah.
A Navy crew that made a giant sky drawing of penises while flying over this county in this state will be held accountable for their obscene actions. This has been, without question, my favorite news story
I'm gonna guess
of
Virginia.
the last year.
Is it California?
I
Nope,
said
it is
Virginia.
not
I'm gonna
California.
go California because damn it.
It is not Virginia.
Yeah, I saw the
New
story about
Jersey.
5 times and I thought it was California, so
Seattle?
I don't know. Who has a lot of airspace? Colorado.
Everyone has a lot of airspace.
It's air.
It was Washington.
Wow.
Washington State.
I said Seattle.
After you fucking said another state entirely.
I thought we were just making guesses at that point.
Anyway, long story short, that was What the Hell America, and the winner and new champion would have to be Jesse.
Yeah! What's up? It's a diversity hire.
All right. Well,
Score one of the mulatto team. Watering down everyone's races. What's up, bitch?
all right.
I'm like a
it's about
fine mixed
time-
drink.
It's about that time for all of us to take a break, which is really just code for get another beer out of the fridge and pee in my backyard. So we will be back after these messages from our sponsor.
Are you looking for a beer that's a real downer? One that numbs and takes the pain away? Well, we have something for you.
It's Bush League Beers,
Opium Ale.
part of this summer's ISIS Signature Series, brewed with 100% organic Afghan poppies.
American Foreign Policy Certified.
Also with a special additive of...
Fentanyl. Or whatever that is.
So join the epidemic, drink organic, and support America's drug war hypocrisy.
Bush League Beer is not responsible for any wars during the making of this ale. It's also 3 times more addictive than regular alcohol and can only be prescribed by your doctor.
We're immune to malpractice suits.
Opium Ale is brewed locally in Quincy, Massachusetts.
This is the NSA. You're being put on the no-fly list for listening to this podcast.
All right. Welcome back to the show.
We just had a conversation about physicals.
Because
There
we're
is
all getting
nothing-
old and everything is dying.
And we're all
Wow.
tumored.
Like I have last week I encountered something that made me actually for the first time in my life feel my age. Midway through the day on Tuesday, my back started hurting and it lasted 3 days and I was like, "Oh no, it's all going to end someday. Is it cut to black or is it Jesus?" I kind of hope it's Jesus, but it's pretty sure it's a cut to black.
I had to do kind of the opposite. My son was very ill over the last week, and I had to take him to the emergency room a couple of times. And so the second time we went to the emergency room, thankfully he's for the most part better now. He's got a little bit of a fever, but he's still okay. So we went to the emergency room the last time, and this girl gets wheeled in, little girl, because we're in the pediatric ER at Newton Wellesley. She gets wheeled
Or
in.
as I like to call it, the depression factory.
Oh God, tell me about it. She's like brave as fuck. This kid is brave. I have never seen a little girl in this condition with such a stoic look on her face. Hopefully it was because they gave her morphine. So anyway, they roll her in, and both of her arms are being held by paramedics. And we find out that both of her arms were broken while she was doing an American Ninja Warrior style class.
Yeah, it sounds like something that would happen when you take that class.
Both arms broken.
Yeah.
So then, about an hour later, another little girl comes in, also weeping, but like holding it together. Broken arm. Same fucking class.
American Ninja Warrior. God, why? They have
The same
American
fucking
Ninja-
place. It wasn't even like a different class on the other side of town. It was the same building.
They're not even old enough to be on the show. That's the parents' fault.
That's what I said. My wife's like, "No, that's mean. She was just trying to do what's best for her kid." I'm like, "What's best for her kid is get her a fucking math tutor. You don't put her in fucking Ninja Warrior class."
And also Wellesley and Newton. That's not something you would. That's something you would think of in like I don't know, like Whitman, Massachusetts or something. You know?
Come on,
Well, I don't
honey.
know,
Dad's
Wellesley
an
and Newton are
accountant
both
and I
very
get
well
drunk
off
off
towns.
wine in the daytime.
No,
You
that's
gotta
what
do
I'm saying.
something.
Like, you'd think they'd be like,
class.
Yeah, and then, like, it's one of those like ninja class in Taunton with like no certification or whatsoever. It's like Jim Bob and Cletus in their backyard. But like, hey, jump over this tire with fire on it.
Actually, you know what, though?
You're not catching fire. Here's some more gasoline in your face.
I'm willing to guarantee you that in that American Ninja Warrior class, there wasn't one fucking actual Asian person.
That would actually be a fun game to do if you go to the pediatrics ward of an emergency room and you just try and make bets on how much debt each parent is in based on the injury and how they sustained it. See, they were trying to teach this kid to parkour, so they must be in at least $50,000 worth of debt to want that kind of fame that badly.
Survey says $50,000. Beep beep, you are correct.
Excuse me, how did your son break his arm riding his bike in our neighborhood? Was it at a cul-de-sac? He's got his shit together. This is a boring story.
Survey says, ding.
How did your son lose his teeth? Trying to eat fireworks for YouTube. All right, $45,000 in debt is my guess.
And you live in a trailer. All right, so this next segment is dedicated to that time of year. As we all know, it's the holiday season.
When Sarge bleeds out of his butt for a month.
Why? What?
Well, you said that time of year instead of that time of month, so I had to extend the time a period lasts.
Oh.
See? Went from a week to a month. It seems like the right scale up.
But yeah. Okay.
I don't think explaining the bomb makes it better, but I'm going to keep doing it.
All right. So,
that wasn't even a Hiroshima. That was like a Chernobyl.
In light of keeping things that in
all
light
the land
of
is dead now, but
remaining
not a big
fair
boom.
and balanced, we're going to talk about all the things we hate about the holiday season, and then we're going to talk about all the things that we're thankful for. So let's start with
Number one.
With Jesse.
Listen up, Jews. I'm sorry.
We're going to start with all the things we hate about the holiday season. Jesse, it sounds like you got something in the works. Go ahead.
All right. I don't know if this is the holiday season, but I went to the mall this last weekend and almost flew into a blind rage. I have a serious problem. I have flat feet that are also wide, and apparently all sneakers are Chucks now. What the fuck happened?
What does that have to do with holidays?
I need a normal pair of skate shoes, and I had to dodge parents and their shitty kids and all the contraptions you push your fucking kids around in. Why are there 9 there's front backpacks, there's back backpacks, there's like double strollers. Now they have fucking animals that are actual go-karts that the parents get on with the kids and ride around the mall.
Are you sure you weren't on acid?
No, I was just in Natick.
Sure you weren't at Chuck E. Cheese?
They don't sell shoes there, bro.
No, they don't sell shoes.
Here's
what I've learned.
Like, can't go to the ball pit with shoes on.
You need a 9-year-old's pair of Chucks. I got you covered. Go to the
check the lost and found and ask for Earl.
I mean, malls are dead now. Like, have you ever been to a mall 9 times out of 10, you don't find what you're looking for, and you're just like, what happened? Like, the mall is just you saying what happened all day.
How is this place still in business?
Like, when I was a kid, we used to spend all of our time at the mall. We even figured out how to turn the escalator off on the way down at the South Shore Plaza.
And now the only
like in high school, the mall is where you got
kids.
high and hid in public. Like,
yeah. And now the only people in malls are young children or very old people.
Now I just walk around and I realize how bad the economy is, and I'm just like, you work in this empty Journeys? What is your rent?
Have you seen my son Dagger? I left him in the Bass Pro Shops.
I literally walked into a T-Mobile store at a mall that had like 2 employees and no customers. And I was like, excuse me, do you have like home chargers? And they're like, probably not.
If you went into a mall this day and age that had a T-Mobile in it, it had to be Brockton.
No,
was it Cambridge Side Galleria?
Natick
really?
Tries to stuff everything in.
Jesse, is that hitting a little close to home for you, buddy?
Yeah. Although I will say the one good thing about the holidays is the suicide rate because it thins the herd.
Oh my God. That is awful. Oh,
Listen,
no.
if you want to rage quit life, I'll accept the points.
Oh, God.
What is it?
You are
That just
so...
made parking. I'm just saying, it makes parking easier. Fuck you for not wanting great parking.
Oh my God.
I don't need Clarence weeping into his coffee in the parking lot when I could be parking there.
Oh, God. Okay. Nat, your turn. Try and save this.
Listen, when it's the holiday season, get in your car, back out,
The
and
hole's
leave.
getting
Don't
deeper.
sit there and cry for 30
deeper. Jesus Christ.
I'm sick and tired of fucking offending everyone in Christmas holiday. Like, I know this is like an old grandpa, like, alt-right type thing, but like, for instance, the other day I was just like, yeah, the holidays, and one of my coworkers was like, you mean Christmas? And I was like, oh God, like, do we really have to start this again? And you know what? I totally understood people about, 10, 15 years ago when they were like, like they're just ruining Christmas by saying that. I understand. Somebody by accident or, says Christmas. It's no big deal. But now it's gone the opposite way. Now if you say holidays, it's like, oh my God, you can't say that. And it was like a war on Christmas. And I'm like, listen, I am not seeing mall centers getting fucking shot up in the fucking strip malls. If I saw that, it would be fucking cool, by the way. But there is absolutely no war. It's not like somebody's
Is it
walking
bad that when I picture the war on Christmas, I picture a mortar painted like a candy cane?
I don't know what Christians are so worked up about. I mean, it's not like people are going into churches and shooting people. Oh. Whoops.
That was an atheist.
Always going to be too soon.
It's just like, no matter what, it should be a good time of the year. People are grumpy and angry and want death, and, there's nothing different. As Jesse just mentioned. So, yeah, I agree with him. Let's thin the herd.
All right, I'm gonna try and steer this car in a different direction.
In this time of year where we celebrate a grown 65-year-old man sneaking into your house in the middle of the night and leaving presents for your children out of his sack.
Well, isn't it just a little fucked
Kevin
up
Spacey?
that we keep telling our kids, we're like, hey, don't talk to strangers. But if you leave cookies for them, they'll bring you presents. You're going to get
Pretty
an
soon
Etch-a-Sketch.
Santa's going to be a woman. That's what they're going to have to do. They're going to have to change Santa a woman because it's just too threatening.
No, you can't do that because of puberty. People will be staying up late trying to fuck Mrs. Santa.
That's true. Facts.
Being a prepubescent boy is a curious stage.
Well, let's just make Santa an animal or something,
Nah, then
Okay.
Pete is
I don't
gonna
know.
get
What's a
involved.
non-threatening?
Yeah, then Pete is going to make a whole thing about it. It's going to be a fucking shit show.
What, a porcupine?
No, can we just all agree?
Who's gonna fuck a porcupine? Seriously.
Oh my God. Can we just all agree to stop playing fucking Christmas music until,
Maybe
Christmas?
Mike Pence will, but I mean that's.
Yeah, I'll agree with
What is
that.
happening? Like
Sarge,
October.
I agree with your point.
October. Christmas music in October. What has to happen to you in your life that you need Christmas music that fucking soon? It just ended at that point. The only time Christmas music should be played is fucking Christmas Eve. That's it. Or in Die Hard. The only
That is
time.
true.
On Christmas Eve.
The only times ever. Christmas music
If
is
you
the
play
fucking worst.
Trans-Siberian Orchestra before Thanksgiving, you should be beaten in the middle of the street.
Agreed.
In the radio stations, that start playing Christmas music 24/7, they're basically like, it's like the most fucking cynical thing in the world. They're like, well, we know people are going to try to exploit this holiday. We might as well make the best of it by turning off good music and making people listen to fucking 30 different versions of Burl Ives trying to rape your girlfriend.
Or Bing Crosby.
You know the line. You know the fucking line I'm talking about.
As his wife just gets battered right down the fucking stairs.
It's even worse this year. Because Thanksgiving's early.
Thanksgiving is wicked early this year, isn't it?
It's a whole extra
week early. Fuck. But no, you guys know the Burl Ives lyric I'm talking about. Don't act like you don't know when he's like, kiss her once for me. No, creepy grandpa, I'm not going to do that. That's going to make me kiss her less. And what's up with that fucking song where the guy basically chains the girl to the fucking radiator? He's like, baby,
it's cold outside. The Bill Cosby song.
Say what's
At
in
one
this
point
drink?
she says,
My
what's
dick.
in this drink? Baby, it's cold outside.
The funniest thing is,
you know why he's talking about how cold it is outside? Because he's like, I have to fucking dig in the winter.
and the grind is so hard, I'm gonna have arthritis.
He's like, I really must go, baby. It's cold outside. There's gonna be a lot of fucking effort. I gotta get a hammer.
They should basically just change the name of the song to "Baby, Surprise I'm Inside You."
Throws a body on the lake, and then the lady doesn't crack, and he's like, "Oh, god damn it, this is gonna get wet."
Harvey Weinstein was just like, that guy's got some great ideas.
Kevin Spacey's like, I don't see what all the fuss is about. George Takei's like, ooh, Kevin Spacey's here?
No, George, you're too old for me.
Shut up, Corey. No one's gonna believe you.
Talk to me when you star in Rent.
Uh-oh, that redheaded comedian has gotten in. Oh no, everybody, hide your eyes.
I gotta say, the one I was most surprised about had to be fucking, what's his name, Louis C.K. Totally shocked me.
And him actually being the only person ever to have accusations against them go, these stories about me are true. Like line one.
You know what I like
then
about
he
that?
used the words "my dick" in his apology, where he didn't apologize.
Well, that was basically to let you know a publicist didn't write it.
I think the thing I like the most about this whole thing is, like, not only is it creating awareness, but Lena Dunham is trying to get involved, but no one's ever sexually assaulted or harassed her. So she's just like, well, I'm sorry. My writer didn't do it either.
Well, she talked about putting stuff inside her sister's vagina when she was a kid. Like,
yeah, which is probably why she defended her rapist writer.
Yeah, no, and did you hear the other thing?
I think this whole thing's a good thing because, like, everybody's thinking twice about fucking touching people. And it's actually, like, everyone's just like, wait, so you guys worry about getting touched unwanted all the time? And they're like, yes!
I was like, oh. Well, now I feel bad about touching the small of your back as I walk past you in a crowded bar. Now when I get on the train, my hands are on my head like I'm surrendering. Every time I'm on the train, my hands are always up, like by my chest, like I'm hugging myself. Because I don't want any woman to be like, that guy with the glasses listening to Rammstein, I think he's about to touch my pooper.
Anytime I'm on the train now, the conductor comes down and is like, can I see your pass? And I'm like, no, can I show you when I get off the train? It's crowded with people. I'm like, this could get really bad for me.
I do not want to be reaching into my front pocket right now.
No.
The surefire way to make sure no one comes near you on public transportation, just wear a surgical mask.
Or
they'll be like,
yourself.
I don't know what he has, but I'm staying away from it.
I know leukemia is not contagious, but I don't want to be anywhere near him. Oh, man.
Or just wear a pair of pants that you've strategically darkened. So there's not really pee in there, but it looks like it. Then
Just
change
spray
when you
yourself.
go to work.
There's this new cologne. It's called Urine.
You know what you got to do is you got to pee yourself and then look at somebody and be like, did it just get warmer in here?
Or some body spray called asparagus.
All right, I think now's a good time to take a break. I'll take one more break.
Come out now. Boy, I sprayed myself with asparagus, and it was like pheromones, sir. Pheromones.
Hey, I didn't get to tell you my things that I hate.
Oh, Maynard's got to talk about the things he hates.
Really, it's just Black Friday. I despise Black Friday.
I really thought he was going to say black people. I really did.
No. No.
Oh, so you like the...
Black
Nathan's just like,
used to be a
shake that
day.
bus. Shake that bus.
It went from like a couple of hours to actually taking place on Thanksgiving. Now it starts the Monday of Black Friday. Like, just stop. Put
I'm a
everything on
literal-
sale and
Friday.
stop.
I'm a literal
I'm
man.
getting a 50-inch TV for $180 at Best Buy on Friday by waiting there at 1 a.m.
Yeah, if you're the lucky one to punch the guy beside you in the face and grab it.
Also, Jesse, got bad news for you. They're probably going to open at midnight. So you get there at 1 a.m., you're going to miss the show, buddy.
No. I checked their website. They said Massachusetts 1 a.m. for Best Buy.
Oh, nice. Most other places are opening at like 12:15.
Yeah, that's usually what they are. But that's why I checked the website. I'm gonna get that TV.
I don't want to say that like I would ever encourage a terrorist attack. I'm just saying there's a lot of lines at midnight on Black Friday. That's all I'm saying.
This is not
Black
good.
Friday is a terrorist attack.
Every year, man.
It's a terrorist attack / mosh pit.
Yeah. I like that we created a holiday to show how thankful we are, so that the next month we can spend our time being fucking scumbags.
It's kind of like the Purge. It's the one day of the year where people can assault one another.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Yeah, but I got that TV and that griddle for $10.
Yeah, except you had to fucking kill a paraplegic to get it.
Yeah, but my eggs are gonna be great tomorrow morning.
All right. Let's go to break and then come back and we'll get a little serious for a minute and tell everybody what we're thankful for.
And we're all
Be
kiss
right back.
softly.
Is politics bringing you down this year? Do you feel disillusioned by the two-party system, corrupting your ideals, and using every tragedy for their own political gain? Well, we have a solution for you. It's the Bush League Beer Background Lager from this summer's ISIS Signature Series. Go down to your local
Weapon store.
background lager, chug the beer, and feel free to buy any automatic weapon.
Without the government locking your arms and blocking your trigger.
So this summer, register to cock and release your love gun by chugging a background lager from Bush League Beer.
It's liberty one shot at a time.
The Background Ale is not only a non-alcoholic root beer, it's also certified halal. Bush League Beer believes all religions should be able to release their load, except for Catholics.
The NSA approves this lager.
Starfish
Sarge
Bakeout.
started recording.
I knew that was gonna be gold. I had to record it.
Whoopie pies in the face on Jesse.
Oh man. Nothing like watching Brian Williams' daughter's ass get eaten on cable television.
He was there.
He was.
Oh God.
Tonight's news.
He was
My
like,
daughter
"This
gets
isn't what
eaten
the
in the
bare
asshole."
naked ladies meant when they said lying in bed like your dad."
Oh man. All right. So we wanted to bring it in for a serious moment here, and we wanted to talk about things we're thankful for. Without dragging this out too much, Maynard, tell us what you're thankful for.
Well, it's this. As much as I despise Black Friday, we need to block all of that out, and we really need to, be thankful for the food we have on our table, and that we have running water, and just the convenience of going to a supermarket. There's a lot of people in the world that don't have these basic things that we take for granted. So I'm thankful that we have all of these things, and that that we have the lives that we have, because there's always someone who has it worse.
Guys, I don't think you got the show notes. No. Matt, why don't you go ahead?
I'm not thankful for anything because I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. I don't celebrate anything that involves English people of any sort. The fact that these Puritans came over here and started making friends with the English, that's not what I heard in history class. And, I stay true to that belief because I don't even celebrate the 4th of July.
See, I don't believe that because you had a Brexit party.
Well, I went
was
to
a
Taco
DJ.
Bell. I had to take laxatives. and I had,
Wait, Taco Bell is a laxative.
That's true. That's
You
true.
got
I had to
hammered
have-
off absinthe, and you were like, you could take your fucking euro and shove it. I missed
had-
the pound.
I had to have 5 cups of Dunkin' Donuts hot chocolate. And yeah, perfect storm. That's exactly it. And that was my Brexit.
Wait,
Yeah,
Wait, Dunkin' Donuts hot chocolate makes you poop?
If you have 5
Jennifer
of them.
from Dunkin' Donuts makes you fucking poop. It's the best laxative ever.
That's true. That's true. Okay.
know?
Jesse,
So
what are you
I'm a
thankful
very
for?
literal man. That's
See,
just
I
how I live my
celebrate.
life.
I do celebrate Thanksgiving, and I am thankful for a great many things. But this year, I am especially thankful for the sounds of the season, specifically the sound that a half full Dunkin' Donuts coffee makes off the side of a car going 65 on the highway because they didn't use their fucking directional. Listen, if you're gonna change lanes, use your directional. But there is a code of ethics. If someone cuts in front of you without ever using a directional or intending to let you know that they were going to move, it is perfectly within your right as an American citizen to pull up beside them by changing lanes, thanks to the multiple lanes that we have in this city. And if you catch up to them, you are allowed to throw your half-empty Dunkin' Donuts cup out of the window onto the side of their car. Don't aim for the windshield like a dick. That's gonna mess someone's day up. But if you can aim for a good passenger side window, that's great. If their window's down and you hit them in the face, that's bonus points.
You almost did like a
The
Christopher
fact of
Walken
the
with
matter
that.
is, there is not a Christmas present in the world, not a Yule log or a fireplace that would warm my soul more than the sound Dunkin' Donuts coffee makes off the side of a misbehaving driver's car.
Oh, man. A dull, hollow thud.
Oh, it's amazing.
Glorious.
There was a car alarm that went off at like 3 a.m. across the street from my house. I went downstairs in the middle of the night from my driveway, a wonderful underhand throw, and just 3 of the longest seconds of my entire life of pure silence before then hearing dunk as it hits the roof of this pure white Cadillac Escalade.
And it had to be a
And
white
it was
one,
a
Jesse,
week-old
right?
coffee with mold, thanks to me liking cream and not cleaning my room very regularly. I was like, ooh, this one's got chunks in it.
Wait, did you say a Cadillac Escalade?
Oh, it was
Did this
so
happen in
nice.
2007?
No, this happened last year.
Was the car like a time
It
machine?
was pure white.
I haven't seen a fucking Escalade in like 10 years at
I
least.
know, it deserved the coffee for even being bought. It was pure white. It couldn't have been better. The only thing better was the sound of my girlfriend from my bedroom window, a floor up. I could hear her go, ha! Because she heard the thud.
Oh, man.
Oh, ladies
All right,
and
well,
gentlemen,
I guess...
use Dunkin' Donuts. America runs on Dunkins, but justice runs on Dunkins.
All right. Jesus Christ. So now I'd like to tell everybody what I'm thankful for. In a very tumultuous time in our nation's history, I think scholars are going to look back on this with a lot of head shaking and head scratching. And throughout this whole time, I've had one thing that's really kind of kept me going and really, kept my head above water. And that would be Riley Reid's anal porn videos. She takes a dick with such enthusiasm. It's almost as if it was already part of her. And sometimes it looks like it is. It's like she's taking a reverse poo in some of these videos. And I'm just gonna say, Riley, keep doing that, girl. I'm proud of you.
It's amazing what some people mean to some people and what they mean to other. Because to me, Riley Reid is the person that comes up by accident when I'm searching for Raven Riley porn.
Sounds like she means more to you than she does to her own parents.
All right, let's be completely honest. We all know that Riley Reid is what comes up when we accidentally type in Bailey J. And I, of course, mean accidentally. I hope to God that we have done something for Bailey J's Twitter followers.
Riley Reid.
By
that sounds
accidentally,
like
do you mean bookmark this page?
I don't know what you're talking. Oh, and it came up again.
Well, Sarge, you know those comedians when they get into our room, they're always pulling it out and stroking it.
It's just great that everyone on our podcast has to panic if we hand someone our phones. Just be like, don't type B. Don't type B. Please don't type B.
I need to get my transmission fixed. Let me see your phone. No. Do not
Why
type
is your web
TRAN.
browser incognito? Do you realize I can still check to see what you're doing, even if it's in incognito?
Wait, you can? Oh my God. Well, I think that's going to do it for another really disgusting episode of Misguided Music.
It wasn't gross, it was informative.
It was informative. If you're ever looking for a unicorn, you really can't go much further than Bailey.
Listen, life is gross. We all secrete stuff. Every one of us. There's not a listener out there that doesn't secrete stuff from time to time. We're all a bunch of leaky bastards doing our best.
Didn't expect to hear the term reverse poo tonight.
Well, allow us to
would it be better if I
reintroduce
said
ourselves.
If it looked like she was growing a tail.
Again, back to Lee J, growing a tail in reverse.
Excuse me, Miss J. I don't know how to say this, but I think your vagina has a penis.
It's just a very large clit.
Said Republican Senator.
All of them?
Except Roy Moore. Bailey J is way too old for him.
Yeah. He's like, ew, gross. She went through puberty. All right. It's a slow burn. All right. Well, I've been Sarge at Bastard Prophet on Twitter. Of course, the illustrious Maynard, who's at Maynard on Twitter.
MUYNERHD.
Is it you? What?
Huh?
I thought you said you.
No.
And then there's the Jesse Miles.
Yep,
Not to be confused with ye old Jesse Miles.
I really hope that's a thing, man.
And then, of course, there's Matt at An Eclectic Taste.
Still trolling
Moose is at Muse Knuckle. And the podcast is at something else that I don't remember.
I feel like ye old Jesse Miles still exists in this time, but works at Plymouth Plantation.
You made it this far in the show, you know our damn Twitter handle.
Yeah, right?
Like all the students.
Misguided Music.
Like the students all listen to him. He's like, oh, he's in character. And it's like, are you sure about that?
And with Matt's roboting, that's our cue to end the show. So, Jesse, take us away.
You're welcome.
1 0
and
0
we're
1
oh, God,
0
damn.
0 1
God damn. Yep, you're welcome and we're sorry. We're so sorry.
So sorry.